Situations and conversations with Renee. Real situations, real conversations. Empowering the community leads to elevation. Entertainment and education, no better time than now. Pure enlightenment for the crowd. This is Situations and Conversations with Renee.
Today on Situations and Conversations, on the world stage, breaking has become an Olympic sport. Judged, scored, and measured by precision. But here in Portland, breaking is something different. It's about community, connection, and culture. The cyphers aren't just competitions, they're conversations. Where generations meet, stories are shared, and the love for hip-hop keeps the circle alive. Olympics may crown champions, but Portland's breaking scene builds family.
What's going on? My name is Daniel Rojas, King Reds from Pasco, Washington, representing Soul Felons crew in the hoods worldwide. We're out here in Hood River, breaking the gorge. So the contrast between Olympics, big stage scene versus like say a homegrown local Portland scene is you don't have the big, obviously the big lights and everything being played in front of you. Local jams like this, we have the breaks we can dance to. Some of the stuff that we all kind of grew up to and what we consider, the soundtrack to this culture. When you get to some of the Olympic and the big breaking stages, you got to already prioritize your rounds, know who you're going against, so then you got to strategize that way, as well as adapting to whatever music is being put out. So also too, though, luckily for our day and age and times, we got DJs like Flag, Lean Rock, and other ones that are out there actually making beats, so from like b-boys turned DJs, also now producers, so that's pretty dope.
Hey guys, my name's Oscar Villalobos from Hood River, Oregon. I live in Gresham, Oregon now, but we're here at Breaking in the Gorge 18. Events like these, I think super organic for us, right? Small town. A lot of these b-boys and b-girls are coming out here, throwing it on the floor in hopes of someday, getting to that big stage like the Olympic stage.
Marco Bohm, a.k.a. Sir Schools, Schoolie B. Been breaking since 1997 from Portland, Oregon with the Portland City Rockers. On an Olympic stage, it's more for like a personal achievement type situation. So you're going to see kind of like more choreographed, less in the moment, I think, type stuff. You might have some freak moments that somebody will be in the pocket like that, but a lot of times to be at that level, you got to have sets built so that you can go the length of those competitions, and so it's going to be a little less organic, a little bit more fabricated. So I think maybe a little bit further from organic hip hop culture, but it's amazing in itself. It's a different thing within what we're doing, and I think that it's definitely needed. And on top of being needed, I think each like type of competition will feed the other. So like those bigger jams, they give reason for people to go to local jams and work their way up and get better. Where back in the day, you might not have that, that incentive. It would just be, oh, you're going to the local jam because that's all that's going on. So you can like elevate yourself to a higher level through these bigger events. But I think honestly, like what this culture has done for me is given me like platform and family and something completely different than a personal achievement. And so by going to like more localized grassroots types jams, you get to interact with humans that do the same types of things that you do. They're much more available to you. They're right there in front of you. They're not on some stage. You don't have to have this name to be able to talk to somebody. You're just getting to know other people. And so I think that's a completely different experience, and both are very valuable things, and I think both need the other.
Cyphers, it comes from being in a circle. So you're gaining that energy from the circle. That right there is just such an organic feeling when you're in a cypher, because there's no there's no pattern, there's no nothing that you need to be dancing by, no rules or nothing. It's just you, the music, and that whole energy that you're feeding off of from the guy that came out before you and after you. You know, just from growing up and going, you know, little city dances and stuff like that. I mean, that's where a lot of this dance originated from, was from those raw environments, and just, you know, us expressing ourselves. So that's the time we get in a raw cypher, is the time to express ourselves and be one with the music.
Yeah, man, it just really depends on the individual, right? So, you know, back in the day when I was ciphering, it was kind of you know, catch wreck, trying to really get in your face, prove a point. As I got older and more mature, it started turning into more back and forth, acknowledging that individual's set, vice versa. So there's a lot of conversation, a lot of creativity that happens on both sides in a cypher.
Any different cypher is a different conversation, and depending on which dancers are standing there, what type of music is being played at that moment, the vocabulary of those dancers, and the vibe that they create with each other, it's a completely different conversation. A bunch of people doing spin moves or big, huge blow-up type moves, and you go in there and doing some little pitter-patter type stuff, only if the beat called it and everybody was like, it deserved to see that, but otherwise it would be kind of like weird to add that to the conversation. In a competition, it's set up. You don't have a choice who your opponent is typically, and it's less of a conversation, it's more of a showcase, and where a cypher is all conversation, and battles can happen within that conversation, sharing can happen in that conversation. There's lots of different stuff, so complete different situation.
This is how it was grown. I mean, us coming from say Eastern Washington in a small community, I mean, we had nobody but ourselves to back up and to support. And out of that, you know, then reaching out to other communities such as Portland, a little bigger communities, but we quickly found that, I mean, it's still a really small world out there. And I mean, we're all out there to scratch each other's backs, and that's what this is. That's why it's a culture. Cultures are small communities and thriving.
Yeah, man, community's everything. Without a community, we wouldn't have 18 years running strong and breaking in the gorge. So I feel like the Portland scene, the community is super tight-knit. They've been supporting this jam through and through and through. It continues to support, and my hopes is that it, you know, the next generation takes over and continues to have more jams, more events.
I guess because it took us so long to have somebody that could be a contender like that, maybe. That's one reason I could say. Maybe it's because, like I said, we're so tight-knit, and a lot of us come from not just, I mean, we have people from all over Portland that break, but the concentration of us come from Southeast Portland. And I think there's something to be said about that part that creates a little bit of a family bond.
You know, I always felt like coming into the Portland scene, there's, again, a tight-knit community. We all have each other's back. We really want to see the local individual or B-girl or B-boy win a battle against somebody from out of state. We've always, in my opinion, we've always gotten each other's back.
Oh man, the Portland scene is so organic right now. Excuse me. They go and support each other. I mean, it's again a smaller community, and it feels like it because Portland's never really had that spotlight. It's, you know, not Seattle. It's not quite, up north in Vancouver, and we're not quite to California yet, where, a lot of people think of as this dance as, either New York or it comes from California. So therefore, Portland's always had that, it's either us to ride together and for each other against everybody. So it's Portland versus the world. So, and I'm here to back you guys up too. So.
Like these connect generations with, there's a lot of old school cats in there, and there's a lot of knowledge they bring, not only on the mic but on the dance floor, in their routine sets, the music, even in their conversations throughout this event tonight. There's going to be a lot of history sharing from, where we came through, breaking, DJing, graffiti. I mean, the whole 4 elements of hip hop, and so, yeah, I mean. I think these types of events are important.
Breaking, I mean, you got, say the blueprint or, the foundation of it is the music, is the break. From there, there's a foundational with the dance. So, being able to connect with some of the older and younger guys and the older heads, there's always one foundation in this dance. That's top rocks, footwork, and of course, some of the freezes. Then comes the power moves. But in order to then, cross those T's and dot those I's, we need to always go back and reinvent ourselves, if not study the foundation and the origins of this whole culture and dance. So right there, who better than to either ask or reach out to some of your peers or your older generations or more seasoned veterans. And then now with some of the more intricate and more, amazing and athletic B-boys that we have today.
Well, hey man, we're just breaking in the Gorge 18. We're having a B-boy, B-girl battle, 2 versus 2. This is number 18, so.
We don't work just to fill your pockets. We don't work just to get you land. We don't work just to fill your pockets. We don't work to fulfill your plan. I feel there's a change coming to this land. I've seen enough of the old way, feel heavy hand. Time that we get on up now and let our voice be heard. Take back the power and get what we deserve. 'Cause we don't work just to fill your pockets. We don't work just to get you land. We don't work just to fill your pockets. We don't work to fulfill your plan. I know that there's a new way out of misery. We gotta let go from the ground, find humanity. Stop fighting inward and look at who's in charge. Everyone's stressing out about living law. But we won't work just to fill your pockets. We won't work just to get you land. We won't work just to fill your pockets. We won't work to fulfill your plan. No, 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 no.
I feel like at least the people that I know have started some sort of breaking career, and they've always kind of let it phase away. Family, job, other interests, career. I got a family, you got a family, we got jobs, we got careers, we're still here. I don't get any support here as far as like sponsorships. It's all out of my pocket. It's something that I value, it's something that I want to give back to the scene. I feel like there's there's a set of folks that I grew through with that probably just kind of left it alone and just did it for a time being and then walked away from it. My hopes is those folks get re-energized, come back to this scene, the hip-hop scene, have some sort of added value to it, you know what I mean? Show up to jams.
We threw a jam this last April to dedicate to Roasty, our fallen brother. And my big mouth, I told all my clients that we were doing it. And it started with just, Cam and Doe and myself, we had we'll each put up this amount of money, and that will at least get us going. And then as I was telling people what we were doing, they were like, wow, how are you guys going to do this? And I was like, paying for ourselves. I started getting donations, a lot of donations. And that made our event, get way better. And after that, a lot of those people showed up to the event, and afterwards they said, are you guys doing this again? We really want to see this again. We know more people want to see this. And some of my clients, they work for Mercedes-Benz, and I can't tell you who's giving us money, but I can tell you that they're interested. Other different companies are interested in helping us, but we just have to make it accessible to them. So I think we got to start concentrating on how to please viewers, not just the dancers ourselves.
Rockers, the Legacy Award, we're going to have y'all accept that. Round of applause for Portland City Rockers, y'all.
DJ Flake.
Peace, y'all. It's your boy Merc representing New Birth Crew. We're out here at ADX. It's the main event for the New Birth Crew 16-year anniversary. We just seen some crazy battles. We still have the finals to go, but you're tuned in here with Thomas Origami.
social media these days, the general public can help get the word out, support. You don't have to be a hip-hop head to show up to an event. You just got to show some interest, show some support, maybe even get out of bed, get out of the couch and show some motivation. Show up to an event. Us B-boys, us people throwing the events, we start seeing those people, and every single person counts for us. I mean, look at all these people that are back behind us. They're showing up, so we appreciate that.
Man, like some of my clients, when they came to that jam, they were blown away. They had no idea the multitude of the types of people they were about to see. They were blown away. Like, if you just come to an event, you're gonna see it's not a bunch of what your perception is of these people. Some of them might be rough. Some of them are really, really nice and people you would never expect to even do this kind of a thing. So it's just, you can't judge a book by its cover, and just come be a part of the culture and find out.
All right, family, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I love and appreciate you for it. God willing, we'll be back next week for more. In the meantime, make sure you take excellent care of yourselves. That's the only way you'll be able to take care of anyone else, which is our mission. When you think me, think we. When you think you, think too. See ya. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, Oregon Health Authority, helping people and communities achieve optimum physical, mental, and social well-being. And thanks to our supporting partners, Louisa, a community-centered event space in the heart of Northeast Portland, and Adorn Boutique for my fabulous wardrobe. Situations and Conversations is a Trey Renee production in conjunction with Thomas Chung Films.